I was excited to go to the Yukon because I had worked there before as a guide hunting sheep, caribou, grizzly bears, and moose. So to be back in the Yukon after all these years, I was pretty excited to go back.
Our right to keep and bear arms is a fundamental part of who we are as Americans, and so's our right to hunt. At the National Rifle Association, we're dedicated to protecting those fundamental rights. Whether in Congress, the state capitals, or the courts, we're fighting every day to make sure our freedoms are preserved for the next generation. This week, Team Magnum's Rob Dunham gets to exercise those rights that we work so hard to protect. This is Nosler's Magnum TV.
Our trip started by Carson Nutting and myself, our cameraman, heading to Edmonton, gathering a bunch of gear. We had issues with some camera stuff last minute. We got our stuff spread all over the Edmonton International Airport, and if our plane would have been late, we'd have missed our flight. Day one with Dirk. How many camps do you have?
We have
you built?
13 main camps. We built 11 in those 15 years.
Spread out over
21,000 square kilometers. And that allows us to leave camps alone for 5-6 years in all the surrounding area. And then every year we find new camps, new locations, new valleys. And wish you good luck at it.
Day one. We got 8 days for moose, grizzly, caribou. So we're looking forward to it. Back up in the Yukon, it's been about 15, 16 years since I guided up here. So things have changed.
No, you haven't changed very much. The country hasn't changed, and there's more game than ever before. So good luck, guys.
Yeah, it'll be good. We're taking this 206. We're flying in an hour or so, and that's going to be a great adventure. We're going to have fun. Made her. Great flying, beautiful country. Jacked up to be here. Hi guys.
Hi Ben. I'm Brett.
Rob Dunham, how you doing?
I'm Kai. Nice to meet you.
Klein?
Kai.
Kai.
Yeah.
My first impressions of the camp when we got in is what you would hope for. A rustic cabin, the smoke is coming out of the stack from a distance, moose horns and sheds all over the place, and you walk inside, it's warm with a big pot-belly stove. Very nice, eh? This will be home. Beautiful. Bunk beds with nice foams on them, just kind of what you'd actually imagine and hope for in a Yukon moose hunt. Up here at Lone Wolf, they expect all of us hunters to sight in before you go hunting. So we're going to sight in before we get to go out this evening. It's almost touching the first one. Okay, we're in business. First night out in Yukon, we're ready to go. Being a Saskatchewan and Alberta boy, I mean, we hunt ATVs for moose all the time, but in the Yukon, this is a new experience. How's it work for you guys?
Yeah, the ATVs, you know, they have opened up a lot of area for us. They let us cover a lot of ground and hunt some different valleys and different areas that normally we wouldn't be able to do in the same amount of time on horseback or on foot. We do try to stick to established trails. We try to stay out of the high country when we can. We don't want to damage anything more in the ecosystem that we don't have to. And, you know, don't be fooled. A lot of the ATV hunting is on foot. We can only go so far and then you're walking.
Come on, Cap. Look at this guy come. Super wide bull. Great bull. Probably a young one though, hey Brett? But his tops didn't finish off, but real wide. Paddles weren't extremely long, but there's a cow-calf pair over the hill. He might be a little worried about being around cows right now if there's a bigger bull around. That's why he's jogging, because the wind's right in our face. So, look at that. He's a bruiser though, eh? Jeez.
Nosler's Magnum TV is brought to you by Nosler, Load Nosler, Own the Shots, and by Nikon, Dunham's High Caliber Ranch, Gobble and Grunt Outfitters, the NRA ILA, and Thompson Center Arms, America's master gunmaker. This portion of Nosler's Magnum TV is brought to you by Gobble and Grunt Outfitters.
There's a bull over here. Yeah, about 300 yards.
With his long legs and massive hooves, a moose is as comfortable in the water as he is on land, capable of swimming distances up to 10 miles.
He's not too excited to come in because he's real young and he kept looking back. So, probably a bigger bull around. We're just gonna wait and see if we can't get a better look at a bigger bull. He may come out in a few minutes on here, but he's pretty intimidated. We've been here about an hour and a half calling. We're gonna head to another opening, an old airstrip. We're gonna call till dark tonight, and then we're gonna check it first thing in the morning. It's prime rut, the Yukon. The big bulls are moving around, so we might be able to bring one in, and they hear a cow and they'll stick around. Just spotted another really big bull. We got about 15 minutes of light left. It's a smoker. Big bull. We're gonna sneak over the hill, try and call him in. Funniest thing about this stuff is it looks like it's only 4 feet high, but you got a 7-foot tall, 8-foot tall moose disappear in this stuff. He's within 100 yards, giant bull. Pretty exciting stuff. He's got to be in here. Getting late.
Rob's done a lot of moose hunting, and on his return trip to the Yukon, he was going for a monster or nothing.
He's not even picking his head up. We should back out. If he's not bothering, let's back out.
I'm looking at a cow. That's a cow.
It's a good sign too. If he's got a cow there, he ain't going anywhere.
We found, I don't know if it can show up in the camera, but he's about 200 yards away. Giant bowl of willows. All you see is this huge palm sticking out. He's a very wide bowl with long palms. And hopefully he stays in this valley with that cow, which is a good sign. And we're not going to mess it up and head her home. Okay, let's go. That's a smoker. Well, they shouldn't go far with that cow, no. Hey?
This portion of Nosler's Magnum TV is brought to you by Dunham's High Caliber Ranch.
So it's first thing in the morning, we're back in, and off in the distance, I actually got a glimpse of this bull, these white paddles, you know, sticking out like sore thumbs, about 1,500 yards away. We work our way down where we were the night before, and all of a sudden, we see a cow. Cows up there. We haven't seen the bull. We covered about 400 yards of this musket. We're going to try and we're going to come out of north. We're going to try and head about 100 yards through these willows and hit him with the curve and call him up. He's coming. 600-700 yards away, this big old bull's coming, he's grunting and he's thrashing willows, you know, and they turn their head when they're walking, and he's grunting the whole way. We bring him right in. He disappears a couple times, which, you know, leaves a little bit of anxiety for me, thinking he's going to disappear and not come out.
Green tree in the middle, like not the little one.
Yeah, the single one.
That's one of the farms, about 200 yards.
To the height, to the creek, basically.
Yeah. So if we can get down here.
There he is.
You know what? I don't think you're gonna see the width on him because he curls in a lot. Those big points are tight.
I don't care if he's 50 inches, I'm killing him.
He looks wide, and he's just a gnarly bull. He's
coming right down that draw. We got this bull coming from about 600 yards, the one we spotted last night. And this morning, that's been cow calling. He's working his way. You can hear him grunting. He's working his way here.
I think he was stumbling pretty hard, eh? Yeah. What type of bullets are you shooting?
Partitions, 300 grain.
Oh, those are moose killers.
We don't see movement, so. Okay. Oh, there he is. Yes, sir. Holy. Look at this swamp demon. Holy smokes. Yes, sir. at this critter. This is a giant. Holy smokes. Awesome. Good day, brother. That is like a dream bull. Look at this. Oh my God. Whew. This is a giant critter. Just cranked them. Look at that.
This portion of Nosler's Magnum TV is brought to you by Montana Extreme.
I'm James Bryan. At the Magnum Hunt Club, we believe that vigorously and uncompromisingly defending our Second Amendment rights is crucial to preserving our hunting heritage. Here's an important message from our friends at the NRA.
Chuck Norris, fact number 235. Contrary to popular belief, America is not a democracy. It's a Chuck-tatorship.
I always get a kick out of those Chuckisms. But of course I can't decide alone how the country is run. If you're worried about the direction our country is going, you're in good company. Too many people have forgotten our nation was founded to protect freedom, like our Second Amendment right to keep and bear arms. Freedom is not about what government can do for us, but about keeping government from doing things to us. There's only one way to protect our freedoms, by voting for the candidates who support them. I hope you won't be missing in action on Election Day. Register to vote. I'm Chuck Norris, and I approve this message.
For more information, go to triggerthevote.org.
The Alaskan Yukon moose is the largest antlered game animal in North America, and their body sizes can reach or sometimes even exceed 2,000 pounds.
This is a giant critter. Just cranked them. Look at that. I can't move this guy. Like this, look at this thing. Hey, I mean, this is like a dream bull, a swamp demon. We smacked him. I tell you what, I gotta thank Brett, my guide, for an unbelievable job. Carson for spotting him yesterday. Brett called him right in today from 700 yards to right in about 200. And Dirk at Lone Wolf for having an unbelievable outfit and world-class moose. Like, I'm amazed at this critter, how big it is body-wise. This thing is bigger than a Cape Buffalo. And lastly, I want to thank the boys at Nosler for their ammo. That 375H and 8300 grain. Get in here, Brett. This is just a giant bull. I don't know, can you see that, Carson? Like, we'll have to get some better pictures, but look at this thing. Yukon, Canada, Lone Wolf. Awesome, brother. Excellent job. I'm jacked up. This is huge. It's great to be back in the Yukon.
All right, here in the Yukon, we got to take 100% of edible meat out of the bush with us, and it all goes out every trip. This is how we do it.
So that is a lot of work. I tell you, it might be a ATV hunt, but walking through all this alders and willow shintangle, we call it, that'll wear a good man out quick. And we worked from about 11 to 1:30, taking all the meat and quarters. We had to go all the way back to camp, get 2 trailers, left them about a kilometer or so back, and we're loading it all up. Antlers and Cape, different than most places, come out last. So they're going the first load. The antlers and Cape, 67 inches. We measured it, so it's good. It's good. Nice rack. Yours. That's cool. Eh? Here's a Yukon sunset. Lone Wolf Outfitters. Just packing this thing out. We're Half hour from camp, we stopped on the crest to just enjoy that sunset, get some nice scenics with this giant bull.
Tremendous high-adventure hunts like this are one reason why so many hunters trust the hunting consultants at the Magnum Hunt Club. Likewise, 80 million American gun owners trust the National Rifle Association to defend our right to keep and bear arms. If you're not currently an NRA member, I hope you'll join our ranks, because it takes all of us to preserve freedom. Until next week, I'm Chris Cox with the NRA, protecting our Second Amendment rights and hunting heritage. Taking one Boone and Crockett trophy in a lifetime is a dream for most hunters. But taking two on the same hunt in a week, now that's unheard of. Join us as we watch Team Magnum's Rob Dunham try to accomplish that feat in the Yukon.
Way to the left.
Nosler's Magnum TV is brought to you by Brownells, the world's largest supplier of firearms, accessories, and gunsmithing tools. And by Nosler, Dunham's High Caliber Ranch, OutfittersRating.com, and the Magnum Hunt Club. Your adventure is our business. Closed captioning is brought to you by the Magnum Hunt Club.
You know, guys, if you're even thinking of hunting in the Yukon, check out our cancellation list for great outfitters and great hunts at MagnumHuntClub.com.